Yeah.
Hello, internet.
Hello, internet.
That's the problem with improv.
Let's see. Where were we?
We've just gotten a wonderful message that everything was going
Oh yeah,
fine.
everything's totally fine. Last time on the Silt versus, you got out of the skeleton farm, easy, no problem, totally fine. Nothing bad happened. Uh, Ren had that vision about the book. Uh,
I have a baby now.
oh, you got a baby
Boo.
now.
Or baby has us now. I don't think any baby had anybody.
Soviet Russia.
Oh, brother Skeleton is on his way to Glottage.
And fame.
He's gonna be a fucking star.
I've
Everyone's
gotta
gonna
be
know
a
his name.
fucking star.
I'm brother fucking Skeleton. We saw Maxine today. It's really good. He's going Martha Washington in Glottage is what I wrote down. I don't know what that means.
What?
Oh, that was the acting teacher I sent him to.
Martha Washington. He's going to Martha Washington. Yeah, you got babies following you. You went into the woods. There, you heard. I think Zeph said something about um, people from the slaughterhouse hunting people with cow masks
Oh
in the woods,
yeah.
and you heard what sounded like might have been cow mooing in the woods, but upon closer listening was clearly a human trying to say something through a gag of some kind, maybe. Uh,
Mm.
but nothing happened there. It's probably just a cow. Um, Found a Hugh got to his little library on the road and wrote down that the car came back with Cletus in it. Cletus has been driving around looking for you. He finally got in there to pick you up. Um, and then immediately ran off into the woods after you told him about what happened at the skeleton farm. Uh, so that's, yeah, Cletus is fine too. Sure. Baby's hungry, so you went to a diner, the Saint Delectable. The theme was Jupiter eating children. They were sweet jelly crunchos. Their mousetraps holding the orders up, and Woodland Hunt's moo owner is what I have down. So there's a magician that sawed a different woman in half each time. Uh,
Hmm.
Petropator sacrifice barbecue. Oh yeah. Oh, those are the ones, the memories. That's right. The Sweet Jolly Kid Palace. And and Zeph remembered the also the same amazing JoJo's two-story pizza palace. You saw a missing persons poster, uh, possible saint emergence that had Carl on it, Carl Colwich. And then you showed up at Welkin's Vigil in the town square. Uh, there was a sign that said the warden stays strong during trying times. People are tersely conducting business. None of the outside lights were on. And Lowell, the cop, leaning against an old timey car, looking at everyone suspiciously, dressed like Buford T. Justice in all white. He came up and kind of told you can't park there, asked you what you were doing there, and directed you to the third watch. Vicky, the bartender there, will point you in a room. Keep it clean, he said. And then Baby gave you, oh yeah, Baby did the head tilt back, mouth drop, warned you. The Bureau sent a warning that they've gotten notice that there were possible saint appearances related to the Godflesh near the floating market. So, and basically, what are you doing? Yeah, wishes. Let's see that battle saint. What has gone wrong at the floating market with the Godflesh? Let's see those advancements. Carl is missing. Floating market and Lily see the next thing. Giving each other questions, right? explore Welcome's vigil a little bit and see what kind of trouble baby gets up to in Welcome's vigil. And getting obsession. Go ahead and pick your questions if you have not already.
Yes, questions.
We have two current active assignments: the floating market, which you have solved and just need to resolve still by getting the Bureau to basically give you permission to run the place after coordinating with the Colonic Police to back off. And you are one clue into the Sleepless Warden. The current question is, has the warden been awakened intentionally or accidentally? Complexity 2. There are 2 questions after that. And a third one will be forthcoming. Yeah, I think my note says start off with Hugh's narration. I think he
Yeah.
has
Oh,
a narration left
yeah.
over from last time.
Yeah, this is the Whispered Psalm. Narrate a flashback to when you were initiated into the faith. What did you have to write as part of your initiation? Where did you have to write it? And I think, yeah, I think this is when he came back into the fold for with the Scrivener, probably later, a little later in life as an adult. And yeah, I think it's kind of a decrepit, wrecked building that was once a library. And you can see kind of holes in the walls, kind of faintly patched up. But the place that he's sitting is a nice desk with a nice sheaf of paper in front of him and an inkwell. And we see more of the like Pink Floyd The Wall style text, a blotch across the wall in front of him that that says something like there will be no special treatment, or that vanishes, no exceptions. To join, you must write the darkest things you know of the god you leave.
Mm.
And then write about, I'm trying to work out. No, I think he's going to say write about the Watcher.
Nice. Did you follow the Watcher previously to joining up the Scrivener?
I think there was a phase where he did. Yeah.
Nice. Had some theater kid energy going on.
And I went ahead and wrote in the Infinite Library on my custom move.
Nice. Where did we wind up with that?
I put my last draft of it. I'm totally willing to make shifts or changes to it. Yeah. I like that it forces us to kind of paint the scene with some aspect of I think I might specify that it's not a custodian that the book is about, because I don't want it generating backstory.
Yeah, you may. Yeah, I think that the probably only the as written, the Infinite Library, once per assignment, you may summon a book into your altar, specify the title of the book and what it's about, location, side character, etc. You and any custodian you share the book with take the condition well informed about. You can spend that condition to roll with advantage by providing a key piece of knowledge from the book that helps you succeed. The keeper, that's me, will provide one additional detail at the time of the choosing about what is on the book's last page. Cool. Yeah. And now I would add the if you you can spend ink to get rid of that last bit if you want. So if you spend ink, then there's no potentially terrifying details.
I'm gonna get in my own way here and think. I think it's got. Shouldn't it be should it be a spend an ink regardless? Or I'm trying to figure out the balance on this thing.
Yeah.
It is only once per assignment, but it's
Yeah.
everybody gets advantages.
Once per assignment?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can only get get those rolls for each assignment. Yeah, I think it works as it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, once per assignment is pretty limiting. I've passed up a few
Oh, okay.
powers for that reason, where I was like, that means I will hardly ever use this power in the game. I mean, think about how many assignments we've completed 2.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Mhm.
true. Location, side
We could go
character.
quicker and do more.
Although we do have one awaiting completion right now.
That I could summon a book for.
It's like high school all over again. So many uncompleted assignments.
Oh man. Location, side character, or I feel like there's a third thing in that list. I'm overthinking this.
It's hard not to, because trying to make sure it's
No worries.
useful but
Yeah.
balanced at the same
Yeah.
time.
You can take your time.
yeah, and worst case we can kind of retcon it because
Yeah. I'll keep thinking it over.
Yeah.
I've only made
Because
up
we're not
one
playing
move.
D&D.
When we played the Between, I wrote a move, and I had that same memory. It's like, it's hard to write a move.
yeah. Cool. So we are in Welkin's Vigil right now. And last last scene at the town square. Our cop Lowell is walking away after giving you directions and not parking instructions, but parking admonitions, and maybe giving you the message from the bureau that
They would just call us.
stuff is bad. Yeah. And yeah, first off, how do you all react to baby being the bearer of bad news there?
I think it's like terror that quickly turns into weary indignance.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, what's happening? Oh god.
I think that excitement, baby's talking. Baby said something other than baby. And then weary indignance. Oh. Baby's first words.
Yeah, so what would you like to do?
Was there? I can't even remember. Like, is there more we're looking to do here right now, or could we journey back to the other one and try to complete Floating Market?
You just got here.
I
That's a
couldn't
great
remember. I
idea.
know we
Let's
came
set-
here.
Journey move.
Well, I know we
Journey
came here.
move.
We came here to like touch the assignment so that we've at least checked it out. We haven't got any clues or anything for
This
it though, right?
is a
Yeah,
silly
you
place.
saw
Let's go back together.
the evidence that the watcher had been
Oh,
you know
right,
at
right.
the town square.
Yeah,
The
so we have
the
made progress.
plinth
We
is-
got a clue.
You're like, yep, the assignment they told us is there. Yep, that is correct.
Like, whew.
And I like the police like, oh, you can't park here. Like, oh, okay, bye. You just
I'm
drive
out.
out of town.
We'll be back.
Oh, that sounds deep. All right. I think as you're deciding, you see another someone else coming up to you who are clearly a parking warden
Oh no.
approaching you with scribbling in a notebook.
Hey, that's Hugh's job. Hugh, he scribble back at him.
Um. Can I watch them creepily? Is that useful?
Sure.
Uh,
And nothing else happens, they kind of ignore you in the car and just slap a citation on the windshield.
So
Shake
I
their
think
head.
I want to
Tisk,
do
tisk,
she waits in ruin while this person is doing that. Yeah, once per session I can appear in any scene looming in the background as a silent witness. As
You're
long
already
as I
in the
don't
scene, though,
speak.
so,
Okay, fine.
yeah.
I'll find a better space to
Yeah.
put it. I just wanted to freak him out. Don't give us a ticket.
Oh, he's already given me the ticket.
Yes, I reach out of the window and take the ticket and put it in the glove compartment, which is already full of tickets.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my god, amazing.
Yeah. Stain Electric don't care. Yes. Yeah.
I think Zach
Gosh.
or Zeph is going to then take the condition suspect.
Finally. Not so corporate now.
Usually the tie absorbs these conditions. I don't know. I mean, we did just get here, but
You did just
I
get
think
here.
I think Zeph also is just like oh, like something's happening with baby. Like, oh, it's just another mission, or it's just another update on this
Reminder
mission.
about the-
Yeah, and like things are getting bad, I guess.
Mhm.
What was the message? Yeah. So
The message
bites
was
are getting out.
that basically,
Oh.
yeah. I forget the exact wording, but it was the godflesh bites have been, basically seen outside of the market, and there have been reports of like spontaneous saintings happening.
Everyone looks at Hugh
What?
as he eats out of his leftover box.
How are we going to resolve that? Do we have to be at the floating market to resolve the floating market, or is it just telling were we just going to tell our agency that we were taking care of it, or was it something with the cops?
Well, here's
So I think you needed to get the bureau to A, tell the Glottage cops to back off, and B, like sign off something that put you in charge of it somehow.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why we would have put more responsibilities on ourselves.
Okay, I've got
That
two
doesn't
ideas.
sound like us.
I have
That
two
feels like Sebastian.
two ideas, both of which could also fulfill, I believe, my hold on.
Oh, I didn't look at my questions at all. I'm sorry, even though you clearly told us to.
Oh, never mind. I didn't take that question, so it won't fulfill shit, but still. But if somebody else has this, maybe it'll fulfill theirs. This could go, I feel like either me or possibly Hugh. Instead of actually going through the bureau, we either I now have the ability to basically create props out of thin air, and like I could be like, you mean this official writ from the bureau?
Or maybe you are a part of the bureau the whole time.
Or I'm not sure if maybe your new move might be able to work in that, Peter, is being a scrivener. I don't know if maybe you have some way of like writing up a forged writ from the bureau.
Oh, I was gonna
saying-
say, summoning a book about about like some title of something like make, what is it, BIASD policies work for you, which can help you roll with advantage for something, but I don't think we can gain advantage on, or no, we can gain advantage on rolls that have to do with solving, just not, or with resolving, not
I
solving.
just thought if we forged this writ, A, the bureau's probably never going to be there, they're never going to know. B, that could count as undermining our, if anybody has that question or wants to take that question, undermining the whatever thingy.
For your own interest.
Yes.
I really
that's
like
just
generating the writ and just being like, hey, we got it.
I love solving every problem by changing reality.
That's what this game's all about.
Because then we don't actually have to do anything.
So in that case, if we
It was
go
already
with my,
solved.
if we go with my
Funny
prop
that.
work, then it would definitely be something we need to do at the floating market, I suppose, to like show the cops, like, here's your writ. Now you have no jurisdiction here. Be gone. And
Mm.
But or is that something we would do in like Glottage?
Yeah, are we showing the writ to the people in Glottage or the people in the floating market?
Good question.
And do we know where the floating market is now?
Another good question.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say that you can find it if you
Oh, we got
go look for it.
invited.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You have an invitation back.
it seems like we'd show the guy because I want to say, didn't he like basically the cop was like, hey, we have I thought he was one who's like, all right, well, when I see a thing from the
Oh,
bureau
okay, yeah.
saying that that's the case, then I'll
Hmm.
withdraw my men or whatever. And you, so I feel like he was the one who needed to see proof
Mhm.
that the bureau sanctioned this operation or whatever.
Yeah, and he fucked off after the bag deal went south.
Oh,
we have
that
a bag.
bastard.
You still have the bag. Yeah.
I think baby looks in it every now and then.
Oh, no.
Nom 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 nom.
No, don't eat dicks in the
Nom
bag.
nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
It's our beer.
Session 7. Session 7. Cop came. Bastion gets them to fuck off is what I wrote in the notes. Exactly.
Temporarily. Now,
oh, there
now
it
we
is.
need to get them to
Oh.
fuck off permanently.
And then the note on there, need to get Bureau to submit paperwork to the Glottage police telling them to back off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
it is to
Yeah.
the Glottage, please. Got it.
And then the answered question is take over the market for the Bureau and get the police out. That's how you resolve that.
Okay, so we have to get it to the local authorities.
Yeah. So I
wherever
think
the-
that's somehow either getting the Bureau to communicate with the Glottage police about that, or doing something yourselves to make them believe that, and then somehow taking authority over the market, which seems to have very decentralized authority at the moment
for now.
Yeah, and
for now. And with Carl missing, who knows?
Anarchy.
Oh, Carl.
And
Or we
while
can
we're
keep
here-
ignoring it.
you could ignore- that'll work out great, I assure you.
That's how I do deal with my problems.
Baby speaks up again.
Oh.
Maybe.
Because you also have a new assignment now, the Bauer companion. That is our
What would it be
active
talking through if we didn't
assignment.
have baby here?
A kid.
Always a child.
They just have a one-way radio to you right now. That's
Yeah.
What?
The parking cop probably would have talked to us.
whatever
Whichever
they're
of us
using to
is
talk to you probably
youngest.
just selects the nearest young person. But the Bauer companion is our new assignment. Let me
That sounds
Oh,
awesome.
do that.
we have so many
Uh,
jobs. Are we being
Always have so many
paid?
jobs. I mean, you're getting paid in.
Are we indentured?
You are indentured because of reasons which we have yet to
Oh yeah, we have to
discover.
learn.
The
all
Bauer
have some-
companion. The trade roads that cut through the Whisper Plains have been fueling the economy for decades. They are the way trucks transport modern conveniences across the peninsula. They're the only way into and out of the rural sediments scattered across the countryside. They are, despite the heavy environmental toll they take, a simple fact of life. Which one of you grew up in the most remote area on the peninsula?
I was in the clutching woods, I suppose.
I imagine I grew up near Glottage.
Mhm.
yeah,
That's also a city boy.
yeah.
I feel like I was like right outside the pitch, where there's still countryside.
And this is where Zeph and
Sticks.
Sir asserts that they happen to be from the same place.
True.
Cool. Then Hugh.
Same block.
Hugh, how do you know that the trade roads take an equally heavy toll on the people living near them? And how has this affected you or someone you know,
Um,
in addition to the environmental toll?
yeah, I think I think that in rural areas they talk about having road costs, like whatever pollutants come out from the trucks going down have gotten into the air so badly that eventually people get like a lung degenerative disease from it.
Do you know anyone that has suffered from that?
I think Hugh has a touch of it himself.
Mm.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Lung?
What was it? Road cough? There's probably
Road
a better
cough.
way to put it.
Oh, I like road
road
cough.
cough.
Mhm.
Great. Well, recently an essential
That
an
was from the
essential-
trains. Sorry, I missed the
from
noun.
the trucks
Trucks.
on the trade roads.
I put up
Trade roads that cut through the Whisper Plains. Recently, an essential route has been blocked near the rural settlement of Alm on the edge of the Whisper Plains. A woodland trade road has been engulfed by an impossibly thick fog that appears to be spreading. Fading's Ferry and Freight, a large shipping company that uses the route regularly, has reported instances of their drivers being forced off the road and then disappearing entirely.
Hmm.
Similar reports are coming out of Ulm, where residents have begun uncharacteristically wandering into the surrounding fog, never to be seen again. Locals are crediting these incidents to a now neglected god of missing travelers, the Bowered Companion. However, there is little known documentation on this god, and the locals have not been forthcoming with further details. With a major trade road at risk and possibly more to follow, the custodians have been instructed to take care of this as quickly as possible. Zeph, you have heard of neglected and forgotten gods lashing out. What detail from the reports makes you think that this one is particularly desperate?
Usually, when a neglected god lashes out, they are like a like a predator or like a
Mhm.
cat, like an unhappy house cat. They leave messes, you know.
Mhm.
So like they'll eat the soft parts and they'll leave the rest. To actually just take people entirely and not leave anything behind makes me think this god is needs more than just the eyes and guts of
Nice.
the people.
Cool. This assignment has questions. What is the quickest way to retake the trade road, destroying God or appeasing it? Complexity 2. And
Highway robbery.
that will unlock the next appropriate question, which is either if the quickest way is to destroy the god, how is it vulnerable? Complexity 4. Or if the quickest way is to appease the god, what must be sacrificed to do so?
Friendship.
Why even read the middle question?
Exactly. Come on, you know us better than that.
There's
We
the
don't wanna
basic
destroy
question, the one we
anything.
won't do, and then the one that gets
there's
removed.
no bonus for the 6
Yeah.
though, so that's
We just
None
like
that-
doing the hard one.
None that we know
The bonus is in our hearts.
of.
That's true. If there's no bonus, maybe destroying a god is an option.
But
Whoa.
the Whisper Plains are all the way the hell on the other side of the peninsula.
I love that we have two special moves that are on vitality and communion, which are like our worst traits.
Oh, I up my communion
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
To
as
0.
my. I'm at 2 now.
You're at 2
Oh, shit.
communion. Holy
Dang.
shit.
forget everything I said.
I'm not good at anything else though. Focus and insight. I have 1, but I've just been steadily upping my communion
That's
only.
pretty good.
Dusk Mother's Embrace all the way.
Only interact with gods from now on. Bye, y'all. Just can't talk to people.
All right. So what's the plan?
Road trip.
How often can you call that Dusk Mother's Embrace?
Let's take a look. Where are we here? Assignments. Stuff. The Dusk Mother's Embrace. Oh, there it is. Whenever you use a prayer mark to call upon the angel that watches over wild and lonely places, surely nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, I feel like it could.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically anytime you're in danger.
Feel like making prayer marks?
I do graffiti all the time.
Yeah.
When I'm alone and get to reset, not when I'm in a fucking car with everybody all the time. Only journey move.
Was from I don't know, I'm torn. I want to solve that little mystery, but from a
Yeah.
metagaming point of view, might be, since Journey Move gets rid of conditions, and so far only one of us has a bad condition. We might want to like do some risky shit that might
Yeah,
give
let's do
conditions
some
before we
shit.
journey.
Let's go get some conditions.
Do we actually have a way to contact the agency, the bureau?
You don't.
Yell down baby's throat.
Listen.
Listen.
I just like it. Somebody sees us and be like, "What are you doing?" Like, don't worry, it's not our kid.
It's
we
barely
found it.
human.
We found it in a
It's
farm
me.
and it came with us.
Yeah.
Must be a receiver down there somewhere.
Oh God. Yeah, so we just got a ticket in
In Wilkins Vigil.
Wilkins Vigil.
And they've got their eye on Zeph now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's like, is there basically a track we can follow from where the saint was to wherever it might be now?
Interesting question.
Sounds
why
like
don't
we
you
should
make
investigate.
an investigation roll for us there.
Okay.
Probably with insight, right?
That's the one that I have a 3 in. No, I think that's a sound. I mean,
Yeah,
it
if you're
benefits
looking for
Yeah.
clues there to see where it might have gone, I think that's reasonable.
That seems like what he would do story wise, also.
Yeah, great. So it'll be 2 dice plus 3, unless you want to add something to it.
Want a bag of feathers?
Thematically.
Little spider, which way did it go?
Oh, you could like have the wind. The spider makes it. Give the spider the drugs that are on the ground and see what type of web it makes.
I will just roll 2d plus 3, looking for tracks. 11.
An 11. Great. That will get you a clue. Yeah.
Don't have a condition
11.
yet, but I'll keep trying.
No. Cool. So, yeah. Where in the town square are you like just like looking for? Tell me how you're looking for that stuff there.
In my head, this is a little cartoonish, but I think we're starting right in the center of the town square where presumably it was before, and looking for damage to the ground, basically.
Yeah.
This is a heavy metal thing, I assume.
Yeah.
It scrapes and drags its way.
Doesn't just float away.
Yeah. And it seems like it's yeah. It seems like it has caused like a bit of damage around the entire square.
Oh.
And there's not a single trail of destruction to follow, Just got like, it looks like it has also been recently cleaned up and repaired a little bit, but they're still kind of in process there.
Yeah.
And
No.
yeah, you come across there's still locals in the town square there. There's like a group of elderly women outside of a cafe there, playing cards, just like loudly accusing each other of cheating at cards. um, the clue you're gonna get though is
We should intervene in that cheating discussion.
That cheating scandal.
and in the sign of the cafe, in fact, you see a couple of them in some of the stores around,
No.
like handwritten sign. It looks like handwritten and then photocopied signs that say "No new gods, refugees go home."
Ooh.
Oh,
And Carl. The other clue you have is Carl was last seen here because of the possible saint emergence. So that's cool. I think as you're kind of poking around the square, the locals are kind of starting to take notice of the new folks. What are the rest of you doing while he's doing that?
I might be picturing this wrong, but this is kind of like the town square,
Yep.
like a typical. So
Yeah,
is there
very
so
quaint.
like
There's
so,
a little traffic roundabout, cobblestone sidewalks, tourist shops, orange cones around the stone plinth that has fallen over the road.
so like and like one side is a courthouse.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, you know what? I think Hugh, you actually do see that the path, like there is kind of it's not torn up necessarily, but it looks like most of the like not the upturning of stuff is kind of leading like off into the hills.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kind of like towards to the cliffs in the north. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
I am curious. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't like where would be the best place to find like like a local historian who just likes to talk about their town.
I mean, you were pointed toward the third watch, which is a pub, so there might be someone there. But there's a few. You wander around a bit and see what you find.
Yeah. Is there like the town is electrified, right?
Yes, yeah. There are beautiful ornate lampposts with electric lamps.
Just one that's been like slightly knocked into or like bent over.
Yeah.
I guess then yes, I will head to the pub.
Great.
I'll say like I'm gonna go ask some people some questions, and like if no one else says anything, like I could do it alone, I guess. But yeah, or maybe like talking to people, like staring at Sebastian. We're gonna go talk. Oh, okay, I'll do it then. Okay. Yeah.
Hugh kind of chirps up for a second and then gets ignored.
I'll gladly join you.
Anyone?
What about
People
Red?
is my specialty.
It's like, oh, I regret this already.
I may require you to play a part at some point. Just be ready.
Yeah, I think Red follows along, stretching their legs.
Yeah,
is Hugh going? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I've
A chance to talk to people. People are my specialty.
Just in an effort of supporting each other, this seems like almost a perfect opportunity for Rin to lurk creepily in the background. If that's a thing you wanted to do.
Yeah, during the pub. Yeah, Baby and I could do that together.
Yeah.
Teammates.
I think baby and I will just post up on a bar stool.
So baby is wearing like a dirty cloth diaper,
Oh, maybe I should go
basically,
shopping for baby.
and is clearly filthy. And
Oh,
upon even cursory examination, a monster. How are you, if you are?
so we should
sort
give
of-
baby a bath.
Baby definitely needs a bath for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna get baby a bath, I think.
But also, how there's a fountain here.
Oh, that's where we're
Um,
going. We're going to the fountain.
Great, good.
Red wanders off.
Great. Cool. We'll come back to you.
Yeah. I'll meet you there. I'll get baby freshened up and then we'll meet you there.
Fantastic.
And all of us are just like, oh,
Bathing the monster in the
Ren's
ornamental
already
fountain.
gone.
Cool. Well, actually, you three toddle off to the third watch. Let's actually do Ren and Baby first. So,
It's kind of just normal. No need to roll anything.
yeah. What are you afraid the townspeople will do when they see you bathing a monster in the fountain in the center of the tourist?
Well, it seems like they
town?
don't like new gods or refugees. So I think they would
This-
take me to whatever kennel they put refugees in.
Mm. Great. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Damn it, I hate it
Or-
when we say
or
when
something.
you're like, yep, that's as bad as it could
That
get.
sounds right.
Your
That means
imagination was sufficiently terrible.
you're doing the veiled move, so there's no worse than that. There's no
Oh,
god
okay,
involved yet. This is
Let's do
gonna
this
be a
one.
roll with presence, though, I think, to avoid.
Oh, that's
getting-
not one I have.
Yeah.
You've picked up some pointers from being around me, surely.
Yeah, surely.
Don't
Just
think
lots
I
of communion.
I haven't, and my name is Ren, not Shirley.
I'm good at gods now.
Cool. So you're gonna be just rolling 2 dice straight up, unless you want to do something about
I would
it.
like to get some conditions, so let's
Oh.
roll 2 dice straight
Let's
up.
fucking go. All right.
Bath time for
Time for baby.
bath time for baby.
Really normal.
Super normal bath time with baby. 5 and a 3.
And 8. Great.
Normal bath.
Normal bath.
No issues, no
Uh,
problems.
So you're not thrown in jail. Um, mhm, mhm. Name for that person? um,
I think,
Oh.
yeah, and I think I wash baby, like, so I wash corpses usually.
mhm. Yeah, tell me what it looks like watching baby in the fountain.
And I think I'm usually like, usually they're still.
Oh no.
And I think that I'm like trying to like lovingly wash a corpse and I'm like even saying some prayers and baby's probably just squirming and baby.
Baby.
There's probably, I think Ren is like completely soaked by now and has actually like climbed in the fountain with baby and is like, it's just a little sudsy mess.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Where is that? Looking for something specific. Oh, there it is. Yeah. As you're doing that, you're getting strange looks, but nothing. No official attention.
That's normal. Baby. Yes, baby.
Baby is like alternately hating it and loving it. I don't think baby ever got this kind of attention ever, but is unused to any sort of cleaning. I think this is the first time baby has ever been washed, ever. While you're washing baby, in addition to the maw instead of a mouth, what other horrible owl-like feature do you?
I definitely think baby has like
Fine.
kind of claws. Like baby's nails
Mm.
are more claw-like and haven't been cut. And so
He's
there's
got
like
claws,
scraping. And then I think baby's a little scaly
scaly,
and
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
Is this the lizard baby from V?
Probably some, probably some
Owl
pin
baby.
feath probably some pin feathers coming in too. That's like really irritating baby, and baby's been picking at them
Mhm.
like chickens do when they.
You're approached by a middle-aged woman.
Great, my
She's
favorite.
wearing like a little outfit, and she has like a little pink cape, almost like a half cape.
Oh
A
yeah, I
little
love
pillbox, local pillbox hat. Um, very very tight curls in her clearly dyed hair, and her face is almost as tight as she like comes up behind you and gives you a couple hems.
cute.
Excuse me,
You're
that
excused.
that fountain is for viewing, not for washing filthy children in.
Ah. Baby.
Hey. Um,
Oh, thank you for letting me know. And
well,
continues.
as a member of
Oh.
the Welkin Historical Interest Preservation Society,
Oh my
um,
gosh, Zeph, my friend Zeph would like to meet you. You must know so much.
well, perhaps you can give this to him then. And she sticks out a hand. She has little white gloves on, and she's holding an envelope.
I think I'm very definitely soaked, so I definitely get
Yes.
her gloves wet.
Hmm.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm Ren. This is baby.
Patience.
Yeah. Oh, your name is Patience. Got it.
Yes.
Um, is this an invitation?
It is a citation.
Oh, damn it. We keep getting those.
Hmm. Um, can you just roll one die for me?
Oh,
This is always the most.
of just this excited.
Yeah.
Six.
Great. Um, which
I named it probably a treat Marks wants to give.
probably a treat. Which altar item would you like to mark off in order to pay the fine?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna give her a bag of feathers for this fine. This is the moment.
Yeah. Inside the envelope is a tersely worded letter, clearly a form letter.
But I think
Like-
these feathers are like really important. Like these are like feathers from the Solomon family.
Of course,
Like in a Trader
whoever
Joe's
that
bag, but
is. We have certain
the Solomons of Glottage.
standards we like to keep here. So please wrap up whatever you're doing and try to be a little bit more respectful of the historical nature of this town. Thank you very much.
Oh, I will. Thank you. Patience.
Thank you, Ren.
What do people do for fun here?
Well, what do people do for fun here? Some of us, she is basically like an HOA member. So her idea of fun is to stick her nose into places where visitors come in. There's a lot of things that people like to do here. They like to go walking on the cliffs to see the sights. There's a kite festival every once in a while. Get to see the lovely restored historical stores and buildings down on
Wow.
Founders Row. There's a fudge shop.
Do you
You
get
could
a
get
lot
some-
of visitors? I'm glad you welcomed me. Thank you. I
Of course,
wouldn't have known the rules if you hadn't have told them to me.
there's
Probably
saltwater
would've-
taffy down by the Founders Row.
So you don't get many visitors?
Of course we do. People come from all over to see the windmills, the chapel.
Oh, I just saw a sign that
hills.
it sounded like outsiders weren't very welcome.
Well, visitors coming with tourist money are more than welcome.
Oh,
Gods that are looking for a new home, less so. A god must feed, of course, but not around here.
yeah, not in your backyard, I would imagine.
Yes.
Gods can do terrible damage to one's backyard.
Well,
I think just like
some
looks
cause
off in the
damage and some
distance.
protect. So
Well,
I hope
you're
you find our
here.
town. Yes.
Since you're
yes.
here, could you help me hold down baby? He's
I
kind of wiggly. Spay? They're kind of wiggly. Have you ever watched a baby? I don't think I know the first thing about children.
I've had 3 myself.
Oh my goodness, could you give me some pointers?
Let's cut over to the
Oh
pub.
wait, I want to be I did want to be vulnerable. I think I do want to
Oh,
be
yeah.
like to be honest, Patience, I never thought I would be a parent, and I don't think I am a parent, but this little one, I don't know, they're with us for now, and I don't know the first thing about caring for myself, much less another human. And I'm just worried. I'm worried I'm gonna mess it up. I'm worried I'm gonna do something wrong, and their life is gonna be taken down a path that was as sad as mine. And you ever feel the burden on top of you of a responsibility that is way too big for one human to bear? And you want to give it up. You want to give it, you wish there was a God, maybe they could take it on. But no God is willing to take on something for nothing. And here I have this baby I'm washing, and I don't know the first thing.
Well, that's why we've banded together to form the Welkin Historical Interest Preservation Society. And of course, the warden watches over us all.
Oh, that's smart. Do you think the warden would help me with baby?
They do bear a certain resemblance, I suppose.
I think you can cut if you wanted to. I just
The 3 of you approach the third watch. The third watch is a refurbished old guard tower. There's a pub downstairs. There's a sign that says there's a museum upstairs. There's a other things inside. When you go inside, there's the walls are kind of lined with prints of black and white photos, old banners, and like framed medals from various past conflicts with the Linger Straits. Mostly retirees and veterans in there playing cards, having like nursing pints. And you can see there's a window overlooking, there's like a communal yard out back, where there what look like there's military vehicles parked out there, probably decommissioned. Let's paint the scene question for everybody here. What perceived threats to their way of life do the locals discuss here most heatedly?
No.
Sorry, say it again. What threats do they discuss most heatedly? What threats do?
What perceived threats to their way of life do the locals discuss most fervently?
What do we know about the warden? Or what can you tell us about the warden?
The warden, the sleepless warden, is a god of defense. It's it's there to defend the town and the surrounding area from attack, basically. And the is it a saint? Yeah, it's a saint. The battle saint is one of its defenses.
I think there's a lot of talk. I think we hear the phrase money god thrown around, which is not a particular god, but it's the people in small towns, their chosen phrase for sponsored gods of various types. Where like if anything is going wrong in the town, it's probably the influence of some money god. The the long tendrils of Glotich
Right.
trying to make things not right around.
City folk.
Yeah. Around Welkins. I can never remember the name of this place. Welkins Vigil.
Sorry. Going back before we answer that question, I wanted to double check something about the assignment. Let's see. It's a site of historic and divine significance, and also an important adjudicator vacationed here as a child.
Yeah, so basically an adjudicator who has fond memories of this place. Is taken special interest in it and has probably leaned on the bureau to have them make this a priority.
Oh, so is that somebody in like Glottage government?
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah. And so the structure of the peninsula government of the basically there's adjudicators are basically representatives of
They're
different
like council
areas.
members, right?
Yeah, kind of like council members for the peninsula.
Okay.
But they reside primarily in Glottage.
Yeah. I think that one of the perceived threats here is like a growing centralized government. They're worried about like a Glottage feds.
Oh, so basically like Glottage trying to poke the nose in small town business.
Yeah.
I think further than that, there's an obvious xenophobia disguised as local pride, with kind of what Rin encountered. It's like the problem is that people who don't live here don't respect the history of the place, and they just come in here like tourists and refugees, just tromping all over everything and not treating things with the value that this town has. And I think personally, we just shouldn't allow non-residents in the town, except maybe during very specific times or something. It's just, do we need the tourism that badly?
Yeah, and of course other people argue that of course they do, and there's heated talk.
All the jobs have gone. Oh, am I doing one too, or I'm not there?
If you have left patients and want to show up, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I probably have shown up.
Yeah.
But wet, both of us soaking wet. Just dripping on the thing. Yeah, baby's a little manic. Yeah, I think I also noticed that there's a lot of murmur about like, well, there used to be good jobs, good sacrifice-free jobs in this town where you weren't on the roster for sacrifice. And so many of those jobs have gone to the money gods in town. And I mean, even the warden doesn't really need, like, there's not many jobs with it. So central, like, yeah, it's just, and blaming outsiders and blaming the city folk for the loss of
mhm.
jobs.
Cool. There is a bartender. Last time the Lowell, the cop, told you to ask for Nikki there, and in fact, there is someone behind the bar. What would you like to do now that you're here?
I think Hugh immediately wants to go to the upstairs library or museum. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect. What about the rest of you?
Chat of the bartender.
Cool.
We're just creeping around, I think.
Creeping.
We're just gonna creep.
Creep.
I think Bastion
Is
is
there a jukebox?
uncharacteristically quiet.
Mm.
Oh no.
Maybe there's a jukebox that baby's playing with. And
Oh,
Ren is
jeez.
also.
Nice. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh no.
Zeph, yeah, you have the bartender. Nikki has like big feathered hair, crow's feet, and heavy mascara. And you heard her laughing, as you came in. And as you kind of sidle up the bar, she's just like trading inside jokes with one of the locals there. And yeah, what do you? And she slides a coaster over to you and says, "What can I do? What can I do you for?"
Is there anything? Well, yeah. I'll look at the bar, look for like a special sign, and just say like, "Oh, whatever's good."
All right. And she pours you a pint of something dark-ish. And your friends?
Oh, I like look at Red and Baby at the jukebox. I'm like, they could probably order for themselves at some point.
All
I don't know
right.
if you and
What
Sir
brings you to
Bastion.
town?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I introduce myself. What's my name? Oh, hey, yeah, Zeph. I work for the St. Electric. I'm just making sure that
Your
the
eyes kind of
power.
narrow when you say that.
Yeah. I like how I have a skill that lets me roll for advantage when trying to like leverage my association with the Faith Electric after I've just described them as like not liking centralized power. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're just making sure that the power's running well. Everything's going okay. No one's
It
got any
is.
problems.
We're
Great.
not
That's
looking
what we like to hear.
not looking for anyone to be sent out to help you boys out, I hope.
Oh no.
Oh gosh, no. What do I say? Like, Spark no. That's not what I'm here for. No, I'm like truly and honestly, like like being honest with you here. I was going to say the word honest. Like I'm just here to make sure that the power is flowing and nothing is disturbing it. And I kind of like gesture towards the square. Looks like you've had some disturbance recently.
Yeah, the windmill saints keep us powered up mostly. We don't need anything from out of town. You didn't say where you're from.
Oh, I'm from all over. I'm
All over.
just a traveling representative. Yeah.
Must be tiring.
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea. But someone's got to keep the power flowing. With minimal interruptions. with minimal human sacrifices. No, don't say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to say human. That's taken for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the
No.
town population stays pretty steady, so we don't have any need to put up
Mm.
any new turbines or anything.
Right. And you don't get a lot of people coming in from nearby settlements and ex towns.
Oh, here and there, mostly peninsula folk, of course.
But they keep on moving.
Oh, they come and take some pictures and gawk at the windmills and gawk at the temple, but yeah, not really a place anyone not local wants to settle down. It's not a whole lot to do really, except just like gestures around. It's mostly old men who haven't had a fight in them for a while. A couple of the locals nearby laugh, chuckle.
Are you local?
I've been here longer than anyone, as far as I know. Older hills almost.
Yeah. Also, I think Zeph's definitely like adopting some sort of like local accent the longer he talks.
Oh.
Just, oh yeah. How do you? I mean, so many people here served in some army or other.
The Peninsular Defensive Forces, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a while, but between you and me, it's about time. We got a bit of a ruckus around here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been here, like I said, longer than most folks around here. And I remember when when the watch retired, before it came back, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, when everything quieted down, we just had a bunch of shiftless fellows that didn't have anything to do with it, weren't being paid to sit around anymore.
Yeah, no, that's why I like to keep moving. I like to have a little purpose in life. People with no purpose, they can get into all sorts of trouble, I guess. This is a mighty good drink.
Well, there's still plenty of trouble to be had. You know how it is.
Well, I'm sure. Did we get the sheriff's name? Did we actually
that
name
was
him?
Lowell. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. I guess met Sheriff Lowell on the way in.
Oh, you met Lowell.
Seems...
Did he give you a hard time on the way in?
Oh, you know it.
Well,
couldn't park our car. Seems anywhere he was, but
the town's got to make money somehow.
Yeah. No, I've been through a bunch of towns that have been like that.
Are you looking to do some investigating here?
Yeah. But I'm curious. Oh,
yeah. But go ahead.
I am curious about both the Battle Saint and the Adjudicator, who used to live here.
Are you asking her about that, or?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, allay suspicions first. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it's good to know that you guys, you folks here are taken care of. Town seems to be pretty nice. I've got a little vacation. I might spend a day or two taking in the sights.
Oh, you're not planning on staying here very long?
Well, I got my other appointments, but like I said, it's, again, between you and me, this is a real nice town. Nicer than many others I've been to. I could see why someone would have fond memories of this place if they vacationed here.
Well, we got a lot of people like that.
Hey, I heard something from one of my coworkers about someone who. Do you have an adjudicator from here?
I mean,
local boy made good.
Yeah, I suppose. Who do we got representing us? We got let's see.
Make Mark make up a lot of names today.
Yeah, we got oh yeah, adjudicator. I just had it a second ago. Adjudicator. God damn it. Adjudicator Virago.
Yeah.
He's not from here, but he's from the area.
Oh. Okay. Huh. It's always I wink. I'm like, it's always good to, I don't know who to avoid.
Any of that, folks, probably best to
Yeah.
avoid.
Yeah. Okay. Bravo. Okay. So actually, I got one more question. So that big plinth used to have a cormorant.
The Watcher, yeah.
Hmm. When did when did it head out? Speaking of people just passing through.
Let's make the investigation roll here. I think
Yeah.
that's good. This is
Uh,
definitely with presence.
Okay. Is this, wait, okay. Okay, presence. Am I trying to gain someone's trust or gather information
Hmm.
when I leverage my association with the Faith Electric?
Are you leveraging your associate with the faith? Doesn't sound
Not
like you're doing it.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, can I use one of my items?
Hmm.
I don't.
Oh, I'll give one of my light bulbs.
All right. Spare light bulb never hurt anybody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what you could use?
That gives me
that'll
advantage.
be 3 dice. Top 2 plus 1.
9.
As a 9. Cool. So 9 will get you a clue. I have one clued up for you. So what was the question?
How long has it been? I think since the Watcher left.
Oh, I mean it activated during at night, so no one actually saw it. But it's a week 2 ago, pretty recently. It was I don't know how they work, but someone flipped a switch or said a prayer or made a sacrifice, did something.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's just got bored. Who knows?
I've been there.
It's not the first one we've had, of course. Not the only one either. She points to there's one of the plaques near the bar. There's a tarnished plaque commemorating service under the Battle of St. Merciful Dawn 4. Yeah, she says, this watcher is just, I mean, it was in the wars, but it's, basically decommissioned, keeping the spirit, keeping the town safe. But old Merciful Dawn, I think Angel served while old Merciful Dawn was over there, and one of the there's a woman at a table across the place, raises a glass. But yeah, that's she's got some story. I mean, I've got some stories and some fights here, but nothing like that.
Okay.
Let's go upstairs.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great. So there is as advertised, a small museum upstairs commemorating a lot of the battles and stuff that were fought nearby in town history. There is it's the size of a pub, only upstairs without a bar. and the middle of the room is mostly empty. There are one or two kind of like small glass display cases there. There, most of the stuff is like on the walls or around the edges of the room. Kind of feels a little bit. It's like open and stuffy at the same time.
Yeah.
And in there's like a weird setup in like as you come up the stairs. There's like a little alcove to the right, where it's like a little like greeting desk, but it has like a big overstuffed chair behind it. It almost like it doesn't look like it belongs there. It looks like the person sitting there brought it himself. And in the chair, um, chewing on an old pipe that is not lit, as a gentleman in a tweed jacket with elbow patches, beady eyes behind green tinted spectacles, sickly pale as if from a lifetime spent avoiding sunlight.
Relatable.
Mm-hmm. And he just like when you come upstairs, he just like kind of squints at you and looks and like waves his pipe around.
Yeah, I think Hugh just nods
like,
back.
reading a little book.
Yeah.
How can you tell that this gentleman is a fellow worshiper of the waxen scrivener?
Oh, I think as he reads the book, he quietly, or no, he probably has a little knife and he tears it, uses it to slice out the page,
Mm,
and um, puts it in a tray that I recognize as one of our artifacts for burning paper.
mm,
So he is reading this book precisely once.
nice, nice.
Yeah, I think Hugh just gives him a curt, silent nod back and starts making the circuit of the place.
Mhm.
I'd like to investigate the contents of the museum to see if this has happened before,
Yeah,
or like under what circumstances it happened before.
yeah. Let's go ahead and make that investigation roll. Definitely with insight, I would say.
Yay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 2 dice. Um, what? 2D plus 3 is 6.
Woohoo! um,
Condition time.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, a failure on the investigation roll for a while.
Plus 3 investigation roll. Should have used the spider.
Interesting.
On investigation.
Oh, okay. What are you looking at when the guy appears behind you?
I think probably a like woodcut printing of what the city looked like 100 years ago, where it was just like a little outpost and there are a few buildings kind of, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly woods, and there's maybe one lumber yard.
Mm-hmm. And I think you notice him behind
Yeah.
you because he is like audibly sniffing as if like trying to like find something out about you. He says, you don't seem to be the usual type. You're not. What's your business?
Let's see. I think he says, "You mean my job or my work?" And with that, he kind of looks significantly at the guy.
What's your interest?
Oh, I was thinking that was like a terminology thing with the scrivener.
No, I think he's just like
Oh, yeah.
he seems very suspicious.
Hmm.
Says I think he says, you people have collected enough information already, haven't you?
And I think Hugh is kind of taken aback, like that he's being treated like this by a fellow worshiper. But he's still like hanging in the conversation to be like, there were people before me. He's about to say us and then to me.
Yes, very interested in military applications.
Oh, well, that's not me. No.
They said others would be following. And to look out for someone like you.
I have a reputation. Yeah.
Harrow.
That is me. I think he's so surprised that he's just like, and so there were people that said I would come around and that I would be trouble or something.
Yes.
This must be a misunderstanding. Well,
Not that you would be trouble, but that I should be on the lookout for you.
oh,
They had gotten everything that they needed, that you wouldn't be requiring any more services.
huh. Well, there must be a miscommunication somewhere. I think he kind of holds out his hands and is like, "I'll come clean. Uh, I'm I'm here to figure out what happened with the," and then he just makes a little walking gesture, um, and to see if it needs to be pacified or pacified.
I told your colleague with the tattoos already.
Colleague with the tattoos.
There's nothing. Look, it's an old model. I'm sure you already know from your files. And like it's almost as if he can't help himself now. He's starting to go into like tourist mode.
Docent sort of
Tourist
thing.
guide, yeah. And he like kind of like puts one hand behind his back and is like gesturing with the other as he walks over.
And I think Hugh is kind of prodding him a little bit. I heard it was pretty modern.
And one of the glass glass displays in the center of the room has a like a smaller, older version of a battle saint in it, and he's like reciting his thing now. It's like, yes, like the first battle saint, Merciful Dawn 1. This is a replica diorama of its unveiling, and its Peninsulan military parade through central glottage. Of course, your institute was credited in its role for refining the process of cyclical worship activation using specialized prayer wheels built into the gears and so on. But of course, you know all of this.
I think he's going to try and say something slightly wrong about it. But they moved on from prayer wheels, right?
Why would they move on from prayer wheels? How else would you? I mean, of course, the usual marks on the outside. Who are you?
Oh, sorry. I think. What is the name of our agency again?
It's the Bureau
Oh,
of
Bureau.
um, Bureau for the Investigation and Assimilation of Stray Deities.
Oh yeah.
But you know that the when he said the institute,
Yeah.
that's the institute that Cletus mentioned, the Institution for Theological Research and Innovation. They're the ones who are in charge of deciding which gods are legitimate
Oh, okay.
and whatnot.
Well, you know my name, and I'm with the BIASD, investigating, you know, gods that go off the trail a bit. You said the Institute talked to you?
So you're here to destroy our saint.
Our track record is not one of that, but it's possible if there's no other way. Usually there's another way. If we know more information, that helps us.
Well,
Do
I'm
it
afraid you've
easier.
caught me at a bad time. The museum is closed. And he kind of like shuffles you towards the stairs.
I think you might be asking for it. No, he wouldn't do that.
And he like as he gets you to the stairs, he like picks up like a little dusty pamphlet from his little table and shoves it in your front pocket. Good day, good day. And, like draws a little chain across the across the stairway. Would not stop anyone if you wanted, but and then goes back down to sit with his book and his blade.
And tells you not to make him tap the sign.
Yeah.
Tap, 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 tap.
That's what a natural 3 gets you.
Let's go ahead and take a break here. Do you
Cool.
come back at 10 after?
Cool. See you at
Cool.
10 after.
We'll be right back.
No, Dominoes.
Ah, you gotta get your Giovanni someday.
I do. Was thwarted.
Heath and I
Same
tried to
here.
go to Giovanni's and we were
Yeah.
like looking at the menu and then they turned off the menu display while we were looking at it. It was like
We
the
were like-
July 4th weekend.
We're like, oh, are you closed? And she's like, yeah, he'll be back Monday. We're like, oh.
Giovanni and his good work-life boundaries.
We came here specifically today to get Giovanni's.
So sad.
So instead, we went back to the house and Mark ordered Papa John's.
Which was great. What are Sebastian and Ren doing downstairs while this is going on?
Hmm.
I think Sebastian is drinking.
Hmm.
And talking to either the bartender or whoever will listen.
I think maybe yeah, let's do
I want him to have like a friendship with a local.
yeah. I think you're near the woman that Nikki the bartender pointed out. Angel Torres is the person at the bar at the table here. Slick back hair, earrings made from shell casings, and just having a beer by herself there. Yeah, if you're sitting or you're standing, kind of like looking for a place to sit, she kind of like leans back and like kicks out the chair at the table across from her, like gestures with her glass. What are you drinking?
I just told the barkeep to give me whatever they recommended. I don't care. Just need something to try to turn off the mind for a moment.
Fun
How
cloak
about
you
you?
have.
Sorry, what was that?
That's a fun cloak you have.
I thank you. I think so myself. You see, you have quite a style about you. You know, I have to say, I came in here feeling
Style? What do you
low.
mean style?
a look to you, just a look. You have to understand, I'm a theater person, so I'm always assessing someone's look, their aura, their energy, their attitude.
Oh yeah, and what's my attitude?
Intriguing.
Are you flirting with me?
It was not my intention, but I'm not flirting with you. It was not meant as a flirt, but now that you've brought it up, I wouldn't be like, no, 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 I would never, because that's not true either.
I'm probably a little bit old for you, so I appreciate it.
All the wiser. I appreciate the fact that you kick a chair out for me. I came in here feeling low,
Well,
feeling like my love for life was turning into bitterness, always fearing of being a disappointment.
I know what you mean.
Do you? You feel that way as well?
I mean, since everything shut down, just kind of drinking away my pension.
Everything, how do you mean? What shut down? What were you referring to?
You know, all the conflict.
Hmm. Oh, I say,
Just-
soldier of some kind?
Yeah, of some kind. We're just sitting over here waiting for the lingers to make a move, I suppose. Until then, yeah. I mean, what's the day? It's not a, you know, but come back tomorrow and I can give you a tour. I do the history walk, or the heroes walk, they call it.
Hmm. Well, Well, this is serendipitous. Perhaps you might be able to help me with the reason that I am here, with some compatriots.
Oh, compatriots.
Oh, they're all around about the room here.
That slick fella at the bar
Which one are you referring to?
with a tie.
Ah, yes. He's one of them.
And passing through. Or
Indeed.
looking for something to do.
We're here, just investigating the lost battle saint, trying to figure out what
mean-
happened there.
I wouldn't call it lost.
No, do tell. What would you call it?
I'd call it stomping around all hours of the night is what I call it.
Still, like it comes around. Does it
Oh,
come around?
it's ever watchful, ever vigilant. It's never stopped going to do its job. Unlike some folks around here, but the rest of us are ready, fixing to be ready anyway.
Ready for?
Ready for whatever comes next. You know what I mean?
Do you expect something in particular is coming, or are you just being vigilant toward anything that may come?
That's what being vigilant means. Watching. You can't. You don't expect it. You get caught with your pants down.
Hmm. Isn't this unusual behavior for the saint, though? I got the impression normally it's stationed in a specific place or somewhat.
Inactive. Yeah, they
Yes,
deactivated
inactive.
after the war. But
And
apparently it knows something
do
we
you have any
don't.
idea how it became
Or-
active again?
Are you looking to make an information roll here?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do that with presence then. Sounds like what you're doing.
That does sound like what I'm doing.
You got a +3, so nothing could go wrong.
Nothing at all. It's pretty much a gimme.
How could you screw this up?
No way to screw that one up.
And let me just, for the sake of due diligence, browse my options in case.
You have to either roll a 2 and a 1, which never happens, or snake eyes, which
Which
never.
never
Never
happens.
happens.
What am I looking? What is happening now? So many things. Such a long character sheet. Yeah, no, we'll just roll it. I'm not gonna. 2d6 plus 3 equals kablamophone. What does that mean?
Hey, that's a 10. 5 + 2 + 3. Boom.
Love it.
Great. So what was your question?
What was my question? Oh yeah, if she had any idea how it became active again.
Well, like I was saying, it's a watcher, so it watches. And you know how folks kind of settle into a routine?
Sure.
And she like makes a motion over the bartender to bring another round over. Well, I think folks here kind of resting on their laurels, if you know what I mean. Town's got history, so it's a historical town now. Folks come and they buy pamphlets and stickers and little commemorative war saints. But how old are you?
I am 37 years old.
So it's before your time, I suppose.
Well, I've always been one of those people say an old soul, wise beyond my years.
You get someone else's soul put in you?
No, just a saying, not an actual. As far as I know, this soul has always been my own.
Sure.
As far as, well, can we really be sure of anything? Again, as far as I know.
Where are you from?
Where the hell am I from? Did I ever say where I was from?
I mean, you were from.
Oh, yes. Things have changed. That's right.
Now you're from the clutch, or maybe you commuted there.
Is that where the skeletons were? The clutch?
Yeah, the Clutching Woods.
The Clutching
Yeah,
Woods.
so
Or specifically the Clutching Woods, yeah.
I grew up near the Clutching Woods.
Oh, down south. So you folks don't really concern yourselves about lingers.
Do I out of game? Do I know what she means by lingers?
The linger straits are the so there's like basically two main land masses. There's the peninsula, which is in the south, and there's it's connected through via a small isthmus to the linger straits, which is up north. And they have historically been at war. But the last open hostilities were well before your time. It was like World War II kind of stuff.
So my
there's-
understanding was that there hadn't been any official conflicts for a long time. I guess the tensions linger, as it were.
Not an official, but you know, there's always rumblings.
What's the disagreements between you and the lingers?
You mean us, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not a lingerer. I'm not incredibly familiar with.
I guess
Look,
news doesn't get down there very often.
I concentrate on the arts. I don't get much into the politics.
Would you say that all art is political in a way?
It can be, but some people are here to be warriors of change, and some of us are here to create art to make life more livable for anyone who wants to consume it, give you an escape, give you a refuge, give you a way to live in another story for a short period of time. Forget anything you might want to forget.
Seems like folks would be best to focus on history instead of made up stories.
Well, we each have our purposes here.
Tell you what, if you're so keen on the performing arts, why don't you come to a little vigil we're having tonight?
Wonderful. I would love to learn more. Can my friends come as well?
Oh yeah, everyone's invited.
That'd be great. I will let them know. We'll be there. What's her name? Angel? Is that what you said?
Angel, yep.
You have been a pleasant surprise and distraction, Angel.
Surprise. Shouldn't be surprised. There's plenty of us.
Well, just never expected a stranger to kick out a seat in a time of need when I was a bit of soul searching and loneliness and feeling down. I feel a little better having had a conversation with an interesting human.
Well, maybe you can raise your spirits further.
Here's to that.
What is Ren doing besides lurking?
Um,
How is Baby acting in the pub here?
wow, I get to control baby now. Sweet.
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
I mean, I think baby is like looking in the cracks in the floorboards for like quarters and stuff.
Mhm.
And Ren is down there helping baby try to pull some of the stuck dimes and quarters out, or
All right.
whatever coinage
Mhm. Yeah.
people use.
And probably around this time is when Hugh is coming back downstairs, dejected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ren notices you and kind of steps back up.
I think it's probably getting around to evening time as well.
Probably too late to check in on to road trip to the floating market then.
Oh, it's never too late to have a road trip.
It sounded like there was a fudge. I think Ren is like, "Do you want to go check out the fudge shop?" I think Ren was like, if you're good, we'll go to the fudge shop." And then I think I was like, "Well,
Hey.
let's go make good on that fudge shop." So I think Ren is gonna let the group know,
Mhm.
but be like, "Fudge shop."
There's also a vigil tonight we've
Wanders
been
off.
invited to. All been invited to a vigil.
All right, I'll come to the sacrifice.
Aren't we on deck for the? And then everybody is on.
um,
I'm also happy to stay with the group, but I just want to
I
see more
think when
places.
you go outside, um, there's a uh, are you carrying baby or is baby following you?
No, I think baby just toddles around after me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I tried to, but baby's a little squirmy.
I think when Ren, when you go outside, I assume you're going out first if everyone else is leaving too. Um, you kind of get like shoulder checked by a young man, and he like kind of gives you a sneer. It's like, what are you looking at?
I think Ren just stares back.
His description is he has a preposterous haircut. Ren, what does that preposterous haircut look like?
Man. I think he has only bangs.
Mhm.
Yep.
Only bangs.
Worst website ever.
Yeah. And he's wearing like a military surplus jacket, with like some like battle saint insignia on the back. And he kind of like gives you a little shove. It's like, what do you get involved with?
Why did you push me?
Why are you talking to my mom?
Is your mom Patience?
Maybe. He like kind of like sulks and scowls at it a little bit.
Are you doing? Wait, let me see if I can do something. Uh
What does she want with tourists? Looks like you were getting all buddy buddy.
I think Ren is like, wait, could you hold? I think like hands him baby.
His hands are in his pockets.
Oh fuck.
He's just like kind of like slouching and scowling.
Let's see what I want to do. Do I have any moves? I don't have any moves. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Sorry, what did he ask me again?
Why you're getting in buddy buddy? Like, why you're so friendly with my mom?
Well, be honest, your mother and I did not get off on the right foot at first. I believe she handed me a citation that I
Yeah,
have left inside the same fountain I got a citation for bathing in and also baby bathed in. But in this world, I get the impression that people here are afraid. And when we are afraid of something like annihilation or death or becoming worm food, humans act in very strange ways. Some of us will do anything to please another person to get out of that fear. Some of us will strike back, and others of us will freeze like a fawn in the woods. And then there are those of like this town will build up their defenses. But the thing about walls is that they keep us apart as much as they keep things out. And they actually never do the job. I guess what I'm trying to say, what was your name?
Fitz. And I'm not afraid of
Fitz.
nothing.
Is that fear doesn't lead us to good places. Oh, good. Not even death.
No. And I'm not on the defense neither.
I think I show him what's in the bag.
um
Or maybe I think I really,
Amazing.
is it okay if baby like has grabbed the bag and opens it or something?
I think it's cooler if you show it to him.
Okay. I said, yeah, I think I'm just like annoyed at him and I'm like, you're not afraid of nothing?
Hmm.
Well, look in here.
What are you afraid might happen
I'll get a clue.
when Fitz? What are you? How? So before you show him the bag, I think when he says "I ain't afraid of nothing,"
Yeah.
he pulls his jacket back and there's a revolver stuck in
Yeah.
his waistband.
Yep.
What are you afraid Fitz might do when he sees what did we decide is in there? Like it's showing you like what you, it's like something bad about yourself, right?
It's a fear bag. I don't remember what it, fear clay. I don't remember what it
Oh
actually
yeah, the
does.
fear clay. Yeah, how are you afraid he will react when he sees what's in the bag? I guess is the question.
Sorry, I also think my spreadsheet messed up.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'll refresh. I am afraid that he will see something that makes him so scared that he will attack
Mm-hmm. Um,
the bag and the people holding near the bag.
ooh. Um,
And he'll shoot the bag.
it's worse than that.
No.
He will not only attack, but he will activate the prayer marks he's been hiding on his body
God damn it,
and
Fitz.
transform into a saint
I
and attack.
should talk to strangers.
This is a roll with communion.
Yay!
Would you like to do anything to change that roll?
That's right. Oh, my thing's back to normal. Okay, good.
You're at a +2 right now.
I have a camping shovel. Right.
+2, you can't fail.
Yeah, let's do +2,
Can't
can't
fail.
fail.
I just
Listen to me.
love him revealing a gun, you revealing a camping shovel.
Just like a custodian to bring a shovel to a gunfight.
More like he reveals a gun, she reveals a bag of fear.
Here's a bag. And what I did is I rolled a 1 and a 5. Oh, but +2.
Oh, +2.
So-
That's an 8.
Whew.
Great. So he does not transform into a battle snake.
Oh, good.
Yet.
And we never knew. I love how many things we don't know.
What do you think he sees?
I mean, I think he sees his mom dying.
Hmm.
I think he loves his mom.
Yeah, and you see like his face, like it's surprise and then just like a shock of horror, and then a kind of like a determination. And he says, people like my mom don't understand that she wants to make everything perfect here. Her and her little preservation society. They don't understand you can't just make things perfect by making them look perfect. Can't make it perfect ever. That proves it. She's not ready. My grandfather, he fought those Linger Straight motherfuckers, so people like you and her could have the freedom to put cobblestones up on modern streets and keep your fancy little lampposts all straight and lit. You don't understand sacrifice, do you? That live in a fancy little pre-sanctified apartment, tranquil abode or whatever. Come here to a little town, look at the scenic view and gawk at the windmill saints. But people like you and her are not going to last long when things start going off. And as he says that, like as he's saying that, you feel the ground start to shake. There's the slow, steady pounding of immense footsteps somewhere nearby. And when he stops talking, there's a pause. And everything is very quiet. It's like it's just sundown. Like there's just like the like red glow in the west. What do you do?
I promise baby fudge.
Maybe. And after a pause, the steps resume, and you hear the terrible footsteps kind of receding. You didn't see anything, but whatever it was, you assume it was the battle saint. It was somewhere nearby. It seems to be walking away. The rest of you also feel this
Real
inside the
quick,
boat.
a quick detail. I just remembered, didn't that when I made that roll, wasn't that an investigation roll that I made like a 10 on?
Yes, there is a clue. There's a vigil going to be held.
Oh, that okay.
I basically gave you the speech. She was going to make it the vigil, but there'll be more speechifying at the vigil.
Gotcha.
Or
So something in there was a clue.
yeah, basically she's urging her residents to remember their history and their purpose, and kind of like underlining the threat of the the potential threat of the Linger Straits conflict opening up again somehow. And I think while that was happening, I think Fitz has put his hand on the handle of the revolver in his waist, and just kind of like tense and like waiting for someone to do something.
Attack him with your shovel. Don't do that.
That is an option.
Oh,
Danger
sorry. Is
leaps
this
into
me
action.
or this for all of us?
I mean, it's immediately you, like this jumpy, squirrely little dude has got his hand on his pistol,
I think
it's like waiting
Ren
for
is
someone
like,
to do something.
Fitz, did you want some fudge too?
I think his teeth begin to grit, and he just like says through his teeth, "I'm not baby."
Maybe.
And that's when baby charges him.
No,
Oh,
no.
shit. I'm sorry.
What are y'all doing inside?
Honestly, I think you might be leading us towards a freewheeling conversation about what might be whether the warden was wakened up intentionally.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Yeah.
come back inside.
Maybe Nick can still participate in the conversation.
Okay.
Ren is outside in a possible conflict.
Everything's fine out there.
I'm
Everything's
just gonna watch these two fight.
Right. It's that Godzilla meme of let them fight.
Yeah. Cool. What do we feel about this? The question on the table is, has the warden been awakened intentionally or accidentally? We have 4 clues. Carl was last seen in Welcome's Vigil, possible saint emergence. There's a window sign that reads "No new gods, refugees go home." A tarnished plaque commemorating the service of a recent battle saint, Merciful Dawn 4, and the announcement of a evening vigil where the veteran angel will urge the residents to remember the history, their purpose, recalling the rising tensions between the peninsula and the Winter Straits.
If we wanted to roll with even odds, we could use the window sign and the evening vigil to say that this town has just gotten xenophobic enough to trigger the battle saint inadvertently.
Mm.
Oh, interesting. Because
That
I was
there's a
definitely,
threat.
I thought it
Yeah.
was most definitely on purpose, but that's.
Mm.
Oh yeah, maybe it responds to their fear.
That's what I was kind of.
Yeah,
I like it.
good point. I like
I
that.
dig it.
I was hoping for accidental, but I couldn't.
I like
figure
it because
out.
like
Well, it's like
I like
accidental,
it
but it's
because it
kind
goes
of.
again. Like to me it was like very obviously on purpose. And so the fact that you came up with an accidental solution,
So
I
it's kind of
really
like
like.
there
So do
are
we have
like,
to
there
calm
are some
everyone
people who
down to
are
pacify it?
so there are like some people who are spoiling for a fight, and it
Mhm.
kind of picked up on that. And it was like,
Yeah.
cool, let's go.
Or picking up also on the perceived threat being so intense
Mhm.
that it's like, well, my people need me. Wait, what's the actual threat? And it's just kind of wandering around trying to
Yeah,
find
yeah.
Awesome.
Love it. Love it.
something real that corresponds to it.
Cool.
Oh.
If you want to roll with even odds, you can go ahead and do that now.
Let's see.
So, sorry, you're doing the window sign and evening vigil?
Yeah. If we wanted to use more, that is fine by me.
That's fine.
Um,
I like that.
cool. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. I hope we don't have to
6.
calm down the entire town.
10.
Yes!
Straight up.
Nice.
This town
Correct.
is so xenophobic.
This town
Xenophobia
is
is the
xenophobic.
winner.
Right down
The real
Ormond.
magic was
Unsurprising to anyone.
Activated.
It's fueled by your hate.
It is.
Do it.
Cool. So the warden was not activated intentionally. So the new question is, if the warden was awakened accidentally, what new purpose could it serve? And then you will resolve the assignment by working with the community to integrate the warden into the modern world.
Landscaping.
That'll be complexity 6. You have 2 clues right now, so you cannot even make an attempt.
Sorry, everybody. I've given us the more challenging one.
So outside, Baby has leapt on a little punk. What's his name?
Little punk.
Fitz has leapt on Fitz's face basically, and is just
That's the worst
mauling
noun
him.
for that to end with.
Oh boy.
And I think he pulled his gun out, dropped it on the ground,
Okay,
and he is just rolling on the ground, like clutching at Baby, trying to pull it off, screaming. And there is a lot of blood.
if the gun was still there, well, I guess he's got the prayer marks.
Oh, he
I was
doesn't have
like-
prayer marks that we know about, because that was a what could happen.
Oh my gosh, reality.
The rest of you probably hear screaming outside at this point.
Part of me wants to like let it happen. And then the other part of me wants to like figure out what it would mean to mark a fate.
Hmm.
Do you have any suggestions, Mark?
So what is going to happen if you don't do anything is that he is going to throw baby off after a moment of being mauled.
What? I feel like baby
Um,
should win.
Oh, baby. I mean, baby. He is super fucked up, bleeding and screaming and crying, and he will run away. So will baby.
No, I mean, that does solve two problems.
Solve is a way to look at it. Yeah.
I'm not ready to be a mother. I mean, I guess what are my options?
Yeah. What triggered the attack from baby? It was just
He was just being jumpy, and he said baby, and baby jumped at him.
We've said baby so many times.
Yeah, but you weren't gonna pull a gun on someone.
Wow, I guess we have a little follower now.
Huh.
Yeah, let me mark a fate.
Ooh, what's that gonna do?
Mm, I don't, I think I need some help. I'm not really
Well,
sure.
what would you like to like? So while baby is mauling him, like what does Ren want to do?
Watch it. Let it happen.
Yeah, yeah. So then he
Uh.
eventually wrestles baby off. He runs away, screaming and holding his torn up face, and baby scuttles off into the shadows.
Oh
It is
no.
full
Yeah,
on
I think
nighttime
I think
now.
that is what happens. And I'm like,
Yep.
okay, I think I'm gonna try to go after baby.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I go back inside, hand Zeph the other citation we got and say, I gotta go after baby.
where did
Or I
baby
lost
go?
baby.
You lost. What do you mean you lost baby?
I don't
And you're
know
probably
what
like,
you mean.
you probably got some blood on you.
Probably a little frightening. Bunny, are you playing baby right
And
now?
you just got
And
done
you,
taking a bath with baby.
and you can see
Right.
Valentine kind of like nodding.
We're gonna need
Like,
another.
she was like, yeah, fucking let's fight.
Yeah, I think I finished
and-
my drink and
Mhm.
tell Ren to lead us. Okay, where did baby go?
Going on a baby chase.
Did baby attack you?
No.
Wait, are you still wearing
You've
a?
got blood on you.
You got some red on you.
It's not my blood.
Ah.
I don't know what I expected, but
But you do notice the baby's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I catch them up. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I think baby was defending me. Yeah, so I'm gonna go after him. Hello.
And this is probably like when it's nighttime now. I think this is where we see folks kind of coming out from
Baby.
various places to the town square with little candles and little paper cups.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to the vigil, but like be looking for baby at
Mhm.
the vigil.
And Angel, after a while, like not like yelling and presenting, but just kind of like almost like angrily like hissing this like, like we have to remember our town's history. We have to like keep our identity safe from those outside who would change us. We need to remember why we're here and what we're watching. And there's you've all seen the saber rattling on the news from the Langer Straits across the channel. We have to be ready. We have to be willing to do what we need to do. And as she's saying that, I think that it's like as the camera's like we're doing a drone shot over the square, people are putting down their candles one by one and like basically presenting arms, like they're holding like hunting rifles, and like I think we see the historian like clearly with like something out of the museum, like people are gearing up, ready for some sort of coming fight. I think that's where we can end the session.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Baby.
Baby runs across the frame.
Baby's eyes glinting in the shadows. Great. End of session. No assignment was resolved. Let's answer our end of session questions. We'll start with Peter this time.
I don't think I did anything this time.
yeah.
What happened to the font?
Let me.
What happened to a lot of things?
It looks like a section got opened up that was not supposed to be opened.
Oh no,
That's
that's probably my fault.
click that. Mind sign hide it. There we go.
Yay. Did we complete an assignment? No. I don't think I engaged with a god, angel, or other divine manifestation. Did not give a monologue. Was not vulnerable with anyone.
Mm,
Goose egg.
all right. Nothing.
Nice. Don't want to get
Um,
too many advancements anymore.
Yeah. Sebastian.
None of the above. Except I was vulnerable with somebody, and I did have eyes on doing my monologue. I just never got to it. But hey, I got one. Yay!
Zeph.
I connected with the community.
You did. You totally did. Yeah. And Ren.
I may not have found us any clues, and I may not have contributed positively to the storyline, but I was vulnerable and had a monologue.
All right.
I
That's
have
two.
two. I didn't engage with any divine things, did I?
You didn't, but you gave someone some of that.
Oh, oopsie.
Fitz got an XP for that.
Oh, no.
Fitz has got more XP than all of us this time.
Cool. Let's do stars and wizards. Go back around and start with Nick.
Yeah. I love seeing a new place. Really had a neat character, and I love the mix of like this is a horror, but like the so grounded in reality of the xenophobia. Just a different flavor of it. Stars for everybody being their characters. I loved all the interactions with the town characters. Yeah. And yeah, I wish, just interested to see what happens at this vigil and how we might solve it. Yeah. Stars for all y'all. You're doing great. And thank you, Mark, for helping lead, and especially the moments where I was like, I don't know. I think I just watch. Thank you.
Cool. Ben.
Yeah. Stars for I do love this, like, we walk into a new place and we always say like, let's stick together. And then like immediately, like, yeah. Hugh heading for a museum, Sebastian heading to talk to someone, Ren heading for like a dark corner of the bar. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is what we do. Stars for that. Fun to see a new place. Fun to, get into, like, there is something about like, oh yeah, it's just a place that's afraid of like the future or outside people or time. It's like, well,
in two
yeah,
different ways. Yeah.
right, yeah. I get a lot of this from the news, but I do like the battle saint part of that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can turn the battle saint on the town. Yeah, yeah. Stars, wishes. I am still curious how we're going to resolve the God bites thing, because it feels like it's like, oh, we have this plan, but like we actually don't know how to enact it.
Simple 2-part plan that
Yeah.
can't fail.
Yeah, we just have to communicate with an agency that communicates to us through children. I guess maybe if we find an old person, we could talk to them. Maybe
I've got it covered. I got
Is
it
it
covered
like-
with my prop work.
Yeah.
We have to seize control of a child working at the agency, and then
yeah, and we've lost our only child. It's a problem.
Oh,
Yeah, yes. So stars, yes. Wishes, more sleep. And curious to see what happens next.
Yeah.
That's it.
Heath.
Yeah, stars. Star for Peter's solution. That was definitely the thing I thought was absolutely not the solution, which makes it all the more enjoyable to me. Because like part of me, always kind of part of me always wants to go the like not harder but less likely route because it can be more fun. But as soon as as you're asking a question, oh, was it? I was like, oh, it's definitely on purpose. It's absolutely definitely on purpose. Easy call, so easy. And Peter's like, I think it was on it. I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. It was also fun to spend more time with definitely with Hugh and Zeph, who tend to kind of be the quieter characters, I feel like. So just by nature of the characters, not so much as the player, but have less action sometimes or less screen time, whatever, because they're not Sebastian. They're not always like, I have to talk to everyone. And then Ren as well. I mean, I feel like it was fun to see more action from the less gregarious characters. Wishes, we gotta solve the floating market next time. We have to. This is ridiculous. How many episodes? I don't even remember how many episodes ago it was that we found the solution, and it's just been hanging there waiting to be resolved. Four episodes.
It was episode 7.
We gotta finish it. And now I definitely think we could do it with my prop work. I think that's an option. Open other options as well, but at least like there is an option if we can't think of another one that we like better.
Cool.
Yeah, there you
Peter.
Ditto for Nick's star for setting up this town, which yeah, this wonderful sci-fi fantasy evocation of the times we live in. I will also, there was something else. Yeah, just to start, thank you for letting me min-max a little bit and do insight rolls on some stuff to check some things out. And yeah, stars for Mark for all of the just hitting the tone of these nice but mistrustful and ultimately not nice townsfolk that we're interacting with. I feel like this is the first time I've felt such a strong like social horror where we go into. Like it's not, oh, the people are the monster. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
My strongest wishes, I am very bad at remembering like my end of session questions. So my wish is to kind of linger on that for longer, and honestly, I think it's within my power to do more to cue other people into their end of session questions. So I'm just gonna focus on that, I think, and maybe it'll remind me a little bit about my own things. And I really want to find a book. I want to try that new Infinite Library
Yeah.
move. I have a couple of ideas for what we can discover, and I can do that next time, I think. And yeah, as Nick said, stars for everybody of just absolutely playing their characters. And I really like the times that Zeph as the least trusted person in this town, is still finding ways to connect with people. It's just nice little quirk to the story there. I think that's everything I've got for now. Yeah,
Ampersand, any stars and wishes for baby?
Baby. Yeah, what are
More-
baby stars and wishes? What reasons?
Baby star for baby fucking up that guy's face.
Yeah, that was an interesting moment because I was like, oh yeah, baby's not actually a follower. I can't like make
Yeah.
baby do things.
I can tell you right now, his mom is not going to be happy. It was
Baby's
fun.
mama.
Yeah. No, his
Okay.
uh
Oh, patience.
Oh, Fitz's
yeah,
mom.
patience. Yeah. It's although it's basically spelled out like right at the beginning of the assignment, I did not catch on to it at all. It was really interesting to see the bits and pieces of the assignment come up through the different characters that like, oh, there's the kind of like the faction in the town that wants like everything to be a perfect quaint little tourist town and keep everything perfect, and there's a faction in the town that's like, we are come from fighters and we're ready to fucking fight again. We're ready to fuck some shit up. But they're both like xenophobic in different ways. It's really interesting to see that. And like Star Saw you do for kind of uncovering all of that, which was cool, and seeing everyone's kind of non-standard ways of interacting with people, which was neat. And getting to bring in the institute a little bit more with those failures in the museum was cool.
Oh yeah, I
Some-
showed someone my bag.
yeah, someone, one of the because of where you are in the conspiracy right now, one of my keeper moves is on a failure to show that the institute has been interfering with the work of the custodians.
Oh, okay.
So that's been happening apparently. Yeah, getting to see what's in the fear bag is always great. Yeah, just like exploring the new town is cool. Like it. Yeah, there's a third assignment, which also just a heads up where we are at in the conspiracy. Don't get too attached to.
Oh,
But
no.
we'll see what happens there. Yeah, my only wish is like to see like what happens going forward, see how the floating market wraps up, see how Steph and Watkins Vigil progresses, and see what happens as you get more conspiracy clues. Yeah, I think that's it for
I
me.
really wish I'd used my new move. I was going to use it in the very beginning, but I didn't because I was like, no, I'm going to use it to solve floating market, so I don't want to blow it.
Oh no.
Oh well.
no.
It's like, oh, I should have went ahead and used it.
Yeah, no more saving things.
Yeah, smoke 'em if you got him.
Yeah, maybe I should have used a fate. I think I also was like, how much more time do we have? Do I need to be? I guess I control that by just marking fates.
Oh, and all the questions are available on the assignments tab.
Yes, and it is. Oh, really?
Well,
Our
are
question-
you?
No,
which
I meant like
questions?
our
The end of session
question.
questions. Got it. Yeah.
Like, yeah, what if we had them where like if we kept seeing them? Because I think it's also like I'm not down on that part of the spreadsheet all the time, so I don't
Oh, yeah.
remember them. But yeah, I
So
like
that's-
Peter's idea of like when we're not spotlit, maybe backing that character up and being like, sounds like a good time for a monologue.
Nice. Yeah, I like it. Cool. Anything else before we say goodbye to the internet?
Oh.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Maybe.